welcome everyone to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arizona Wildcats taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be game. So who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Noles will keep this drive going.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it's hauled in at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Arizona right back to the line. He'll do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Right back to the well. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. After the run, now to throw. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gets away from one, he's got space. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Arizona runs out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Oh, look out, there he goes! This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Let's go! Touch pass on the jet sweep. Discards a man. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Coming after it. Going for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown Seminoles. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Backed up in their own end, it's 2nd and inches. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got the quick pass. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I tell you what, Palmer, you see this more often now. You're more willing to roll the dice on your own side of the field. Would you do this? You feel comfortable doing that?
No, I'm more old school, David. I don't got...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've controlled the football on this drive. The 8th play will be a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. And the Seminoles get it past the sticks.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. This time he's got it. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Dirk was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
And the Noles will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Pressure coming. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yard.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Arizona in a hurry. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Offense, quick tempo. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Dances away. At the 40, there he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Big first down sack for the defense brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff, to take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Finds his back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for room at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Here they're trying to get to the edge. He's loose at the 15. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Wildcats are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Arizona runs out the punt team.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Turner. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The lone back's got it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
All right, defense. That's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're
Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they've
all kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The play action fake. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintain.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going up top here late in the game. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Arizona. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You've got to get it back.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, no! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure we're just trying to stay up there.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He wants to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Trying to get to him. Gets away. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next,
and the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Noles will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to it. Goodness gracious. They're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Fires downfield. Got it past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point. You've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep